I liked everything about the DVD except the performance of Jerry the King Lawler and Patterson, who could say nothing good about my father and nothing good about my brother. I just want to say about Jerry Lawler, at least Jerry Lawler, thanks to Jimmy Hart, opened the door for Memphis for the Poffo family and was very good for our career because we were able to use that as a stepping stone to get to the WWF, WWE. So Jerry Lawler was good for the family. Pat Patterson, on the other hand, did everything he could to undermine our family from day one. Now, don't ask me for the reason, there is none. Some people just don't like you, and some people misuse their power. So I respect Jerry Lawler and I like him, even though he made this mistake by not honoring the memory of my brother and father. Now, let me just say about my dad being a cheapskate, okay? I mean, basically, that's what both Pat and Jerry said. Well, if my father were a cheapskate, or if he were cheap, don't you think I'd know about it?
Of course you would. But I believe the exact word was frugal that they used, not cheapskate.
Okay, I grew up in this family. I was the youngest. And I mentioned violin, and my father buys me an imitation Stradivarius. And I mentioned photography, and I got a Nikon F Atomic TN with 5 lenses, a Durst M600 and larger for my darkroom. And the reason I remember these things, and the reason they mean so much to me now, is I had to go up to my parents and say I'm no longer interested in the violin or photography. So that's what kids do, right? You know, they go through phases. So my parents were raised in the Depression. They were raised in scarcity. But when they got together, first of all, they lived together, married for 61 years. This is a record that I'm not going to break, okay? And I'm a one-time loser, and that's it. I'm out. So here's the situation. What I'm trying to tell you, and I'm getting a little emotional now because, you know, this is very important to me, the memory of my father and my brother. My father denied himself many pleasures so he can give my brother and I a fantastic life. And we were raised in the lap of luxury. I had my own room. I had my own dark room. We had our own gym that we trained in, and we lived close enough to the baseball field. We could play ball all day long, and we had a winterized batting cage. We grew up in Downers Grove, Illinois, and we had a 20 by 40 foot swimming pool that nobody had. We had the first color TV. He denied himself pleasure so he could make us live much better than anybody else in Downers Grove, Illinois. The other thing about my brother, Jerry Lawler has been, I don't know, married and divorced about 30 times. Once you get to that stage, you shouldn't be giving marital advice.
Oh, yeah!